Hello YouTube, this is Robert Ness816 and we have a Sega CD Model 1 here in for repair, which is mine. So I'm going to replace the tantalum capacitors or whatever they're called, the surface mount ones that stuck with these. These are regular electrolytic capacitors. These are 25 volts, 10 microfarads, so supposedly these will work. And the guy that I showed the board to actually used to work on these things back in the day for repair work, which is actually freaking awesome. So I bought this, or I got these capacitors from an electronics warehouse, and apparently the guy used to do repair work for these. So that's pretty cool. So he told me the regular electrolytic caps in the back don't usually go bad. It's always the little crappy surface mount ones that go bad. And he said it was a big issue back in the day with these things. So anyways, yeah, so we're going to rip this thing open and we're going to take some caps apart, and it's actually really cool that I was able to talk to someone that used to fix these things back in the day. So let's get to it. Okay, so we have all the parts off of the Sega CD right now, so everything's all exposed. So these tiny little capacitors right here are what I am going to replace, these little guys. So there's 10 of them that I have to pop off. And I'll get a closer picture so you can see the damage that they did. So I cleaned all this up with rubbing alcohol, and the solder joint's cleaned up, but as you can see on the edge of the board right here, there's a little crap on there, a little corrosion. This back pin, you can't really see it, those under there, that had corrosion on it. This is corroded. This one definitely, this is like the worst one, I think. So you can see the solder's got a little bit of discoloration there. That's really it. And then I think one over here was also leaking, one of these two. But yeah, so that's really it. So let's get to replacing them. Alright, so sorry I can't give you guys like a closer view, but hopefully this is kind of like wide enough for you to see what I'm trying to do. So I've already taken a picture of the board, so I know which way the capacitors are supposed to go, and they are actually labeled for the most part. Actually, they're all labeled here, which one where the positive side's supposed to go. So we'll see what happens. I am not a pro, so do not try this at home. Okay, so now I'm getting the hang of this. Small amounts of flux don't work, large amounts do. A little tiny bit of pressure on the solder braid, and these solder joints are like, well, that's just corroded. Let's take a close-up of that. Alright, so here you can, well, actually you can't see it. I can't even focus, zoom in anymore, but the bottom of this capacitor here is supposed to be black, but it's all like a funny off-white color. So I love it how one side comes off. It's funny, it just comes off so easy. I don't understand it though, because it's like I unsolder one part and the other part just pops right off. Goddamn solder braid, it's hot. Super hot. Oh boy. good. Okay, nice. All capacitorless except for these two electrolytic ones. So let's clean this up and put the new ones on. Alright, so here's the board. Not totally cleaned up yet, but you can see every pad here has corrosion on it. So yeah, that's... I mean, they're not looking too pretty. Let me try to get closer. So you can see what I'm dealing with here. So corroded, not so bad. Actually, still gotta clean those off a little bit better, but I mean, and even the two in the back here that I thought were good actually weren't. They were both leaking too. So since I'm so close up, let me show you. There's some of the caps, like this one here that had stuff on it. The white crap on the bottom there. There's a little bit more than that. And this one too. I gotta be careful of FB3. Really try to resolder that because that's not looking so happy. And then I gotta be careful of this one. That's the pad that lifted. Kind of neat though. Everything I'm working with here is over 20 years old actually. A lot of grossness coming off of this. See some of that. Pretty nasty. That one was gross. And what do I have here then? This blue stuff. Oh, good. That's cleaned up nice. Okay, so now I just gotta get the toothbrush out and really scrub this down and get all the crap off of here. Really getting in here, trying to clean off those contacts again in the back. Trying to do a better job than what I did. Looks better. At least the crusty stuff is off. Good. Okay, and then I gotta be careful with these two. That in there. Good. Even though I did this already, I just want to do it again just for my own, just so I know that I did it. Okay, good. Okay, so the board's been cleaned up now. It's all ready to go. All the pads have been tinned. Everything that was dirty on it has been cleaned up, or corroded rather. So these capacitors, I'm going to pretty much take the legs on them. I don't know if you can see them like that, but at least has a background there. But I'm going to bend them out like that, so this way they can be soldered to the pads. So I'm not going to put this on video, but I'll show you the finished product. Alright, so it's done and it fits under the cover. Okay, so what a pain in the butt. These two capacitors right here were absolutely a pain in the butt to get on there, but yeah, way too big. But everything fits on the board. It looks good to me. I got to clean the flux off of here because these two caps right here took probably 4 tries to get them to fit, because I didn't realize it has to be like in line with these memory chips here. So yeah, nothing can be higher than these memory chips on this board because it'll hit against the RF shield. But yes, all done. Hopefully it works. So let's test it out. Alright guys, so I've got the Sega CD all hooked up and everything. First time I'm turning it on. So let's see what it does. Better work. Hope it works. Let's put a disc in. So, I already pre-selected Android Assault because I love this game. Read the disc. Read the disc. Read the disc. Be the disc. Oh God. Good. So far good. So far happy good. Happy so good. Saying stupid crap, but you know, that's what happens. Big fun games.
AD 2192. The independent military nation Zeus has been established in the colony Olympus on Saturn's rings. Zeus equipped its symbolic machine Guzan Jiao and other armies with a living fighting computer geosystem. They then started to attack the Earth's United Nations on the planet Jupiter. Initially, the Earth's United Nations put all its power to fight the events, but was defeated by the powerful geosystem. To stop the invasion, the Earth's United Nations equipped its variable fighter Marion with its own geosystem and fought back.
Okay, so let's play the game. Normal, easy, definitely easy. How do I get? Alright, we'll just do that.
Good luck. Thunder pressure. Power up.
I should already be the Android guy by now. But I died.
Thunder pressure.
There we go. got so good. So on the second stage, this thing would skip. The music would skip anyway.
Good luck. That's my fault.
Seems to be good.
Power up. Power up. Upward pressure. Power up.
Oh boy. And I should have known that too so many times I've played this damn game. I'm so happy right now. It works so good right now. One more guy. Yep, this guy. Here. boss battle again, or what?
Good luck.
Yep, all over again. Oh well. But anyways, it works. It works. It works. And it works. And let's see, $7 for 12 capacitors is definitely a bargain. So good for another 20 years. All right, so something different here. So before I did the capacitor job, the red light would always be on, even if the game was paused. But now it's acting just like my other Sega CD, where the green light is blinking when I have it paused. They're not doing anything. So, not really too sure how that works or whatever. But my other Sega CD up there does the exact same thing. So when that one's paused, the green light just flashes, and when it works, the access light works. You know, does whatever it's supposed to do. So now this one is working exactly the same as that one. So there you go. Thanks for watching, guys.